Their fourth appearance at the FIFA World Cup. So everyone is really feeling this one because of everybody wants to know how well they will go out and do. It is Bafana Bafana Kaupela. We wish them all the best of luck. But of course, today, all the main attraction and of course, the main focus is that final 26-man squad that coach Hugo Broos will have to announce in a couple of minutes. Of course, those are the players that will go out and represent South Africa at the global showpiece. And with that said, in a moment, we're going to go back to the nation's capital as they continue with the proceedings of course, getting down to the squad announcement. It's all about the players that have, of course, done all that they could throughout the different teams that they played for, but also just ensuring that the team does qualify for the FIFA World Cup. And with that said, in just a moment, we head back to the nation's capital as they will be getting ready, of course, to take us through. I'm still joined by Bongs and TK. It is now setting in, the big occasion, Bongs, for these players.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, obviously the preparation, this is quite different because obviously preparation is just, the season just ended last week. So in terms of fitness, I mean, that's without a question, that's there. It's obviously just now, you know, just waiting for that confirmation, knowing you're jumping on the plane and knowing that you just have endless possibilities in terms of what you can do, you know, for yourself, not in a selfish way, but for yourself, because even within a team, you still need to be a really good individual. And that's how the team gets better as well. So for yourself, for the team, for the country, what can you contribute and where's your level? That's what those players are about to find out. Well, the ones that jump on the plane, that is.
I hear you, Bongs, but what I want to know is we're counting days only for the team to depart. Now, they have a friendly game against Nicaragua, I think, at the Amstel Arena on Friday. What happens as a player that is in the final squad? Do you go full out or do you pull out for fear that you might get injured? What happens? What goes through your mind?
It's a good question because, I mean, the last thing that you need is obviously something to happen. But it's important that you respect football and you do it properly.
Okay, and of course we will get back to that conversation with the Bongs as we go back to the nation's capital for the announcement.
Nje kumabonakude kodwa ke nakuradio ngolwimi lakho uthanda ulimi lakama uzobusizwa ke sikhuluma ngayo ke iFIFA World Cup is your official broadcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a story. Dr. Dennis Jordan.
Your stories. Is this your...
No, listen.
Okay.
5 years ago, Dr. Dennis Jordan is under pressure to pick the next coach, alongside with Safra, of course, to pick the next coach. There's names that are being heralded out everywhere, right?
Yes.
There's coaches from South Africa who've done well. There's coaches from all over the world. Dr. Jordan goes and gets a man that has done it before on the continent. But geez, he doesn't tell us. He says it as it is, and he doesn't mince his words.
Shoots from the hip all the time.
Shoots from the hip. Comes Hugo Broos, the coach of Bafana Bafana. He's given us some amazing moments over the last 5 years. Which has been your favorite?
For me, I think it was when he said if he doesn't qualify, we must kill him. Because I don't want us to kill him. I don't want us to kill him. And he qualified and we didn't
have to kill him.
Yeah.
But also, he was wise in teaching us because he picked players and then didn't pick players. And he came back to say what became a famous Hugo Broos quote. Hey, a wise man always goes back when he's made a mistake. Well, from then on, we all rallied behind him. He took us to heights that we hadn't seen in many years. And today, we sit here with the man the boys call Umadala, Coach Hugo Broos. Have a look at this. Then when we come back, he'll be joining us for a chat.
It was very difficult to have people in the stadium for us. And I always said, the results will change. And that's the only thing.
Hugo Broos told us to our faces that at the moment, we weren't worth the shirt and the names on our back.
When we got Coach Hugo, and we could see from day one that this is going to be a successful period. The guys that were there could see it, we could sense it, we could see there's a coach who believes in us.
3 years ago, 4 years ago, when it comes to Bafana Bafana, the energy wasn't what it is now.
What a time to be alive in South African football when we as fans can go out and sell out every single stadium that the boys have to turn out in.
Hope is back, baby. Hope is back.
Because I couldn't understand why South Africa, with all the facilities there are here, why South Africa was sometimes 1 or 2 Afghans not there.
You said, I believe in your country, in the players. If I didn't, I wouldn't have taken the job.
I said it already many times to the players. We are not 11, we are 23.
That's the culture that he has created, that even if you are not in the starting 11, you're still an important member of the team.
Now I can watch Bafana Bafana with my kids and say, this is the team I was telling you about.
Everybody forgets the club. We are now in Bafana Bafana.
Root block to go. That comes back to Talented Fighter. Does he pull the trigger? He decides to. It's it! Talented Fighter! Oh, the dream is alive! The dream is very, very much alive!
The first goal of Bafana Bafana 2010.
It's on here now. The goalkeeper's beaten, and South Africa have their first goal. Sipiwe Shabalala.
As a soccer player, I wish maybe one of the good days I can be there also.
Each and every player's dream is to play in the World Cup.
And it's their moment to write their own history. They have what it takes to perform at the highest level.
Morena, reset for the pass! Oh, it's brilliant! It's absolutely brilliant! Oswin Apollos!
Kubi Bafana Bafana soloko ako yayikhokela phambili sesithi indlela imhlophe eya kwi-FIFA World Cup. Kodwa baqhubeka endleleni kwafuneka aqale phansi.
But Hugo Bruce, you might have been wrong about a couple of things, but you were right for this Bafana Bafana.
Do you still remember what I said on my first press conference as a coach? I said, look, those qualifiers for World Cup are maybe a little bit too soon because I have to build a team. But then the next qualifier for AFCON, we need to be there. And then we have to try to be always there. And if I can't succeed, you can kill me.
And that's when I knew that anybody that's willing to take on a job and still speak the truth the way he did would be special.
You never stop believing from the first game. Okay. We love you for that. We will work for you.
First of all, as you know, this is my last job. For my CV, it should be very nice to have a World Cup as a player and to end my career in a World Cup as a coach.
Are we going to America?
Yeah!
Are we going to America? Are we going to America?
Oh man, come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to carry on in the same
Go
spirit.
Hugo!
Go Hugo!
Go Hugo! Go Hugo! Go
Come on.
Hugo! Go Hugo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the national team of South Africa, Bafana Bafana, Coach Hugo Bruce. Coach, thank you so much for honoring us and joining us. I looked back at that, thought back at our very first chats when he got here, thought back at every press conference. What a ride.
Yes, what a ride, certainly, because the first year it was very difficult for me. I knew what I was planning to do, but it was very difficult to other people to understand what I was doing. So it was, a heavy year. And I have to be honest, and I said it already in the past, after my first year I was thinking of resigning. But yeah, football is my passion. I was 19 when I signed my first contract as a professional player. I'm now 74. I wanted to be 47. So I'm 74 now, so since 19 years old I was in football. So it's very difficult to say, I stop. This is, so I went back and don't ask me why, suddenly everything went well.
You have the resilience of a South African, because we never say die.
Yeah.
When it gets hard, we carry on.
Yeah.
So that's why this country and you.
Yeah, but that's a thing that motivates me when things are going difficult and hard. That motivates me to succeed. And okay, I think I can say that we succeeded.
We really
Absolutely. We absolutely succeeded. Coach, just a quick one from you. When we were watching that clip back, there's a moment there with you and Ricardo Goss, and he just saying, we will fight for you. Talk to me about just that spirit within this Bafana Bafana team, because we're seeing so much unity. We're seeing the players literally wanting to die on the field of play to make you happy and for the dreams of the nation as well.
I think it's very important as a coach to tell the players what you want and to have a plan. When you can do that and you follow the plan, the players feel that you have confidence in that, and automatically they follow you. Secondly, since I was here, I was looking for younger players, talented younger players, because those are players who are hungry. They want to perform, they want to prove how good they are. And still, because an older player is difficult to change, a younger player you can change. And that process, I think, gave us all those results of the past years.
Well, Coach, listen, we don't have the pressure that you have this evening. All of us here are a lot more relaxed than you. You've got the big duty of announcing the 26-man squad. How hard was that?
Well, there were some hard decisions to make. And this is always when you make a list of players, you have always to disappoint players. And I know the disappointment for those players who had to drop tonight will be very, very, very hard. So it's a World Cup. Who don't want to go to the World Cup? So I know, and I was myself a player, I know how they will feel after I announced the 26 players. But that is also part of the job. And again, I was sitting with Helman in the past, my assistant, Helman Makelele. I was sitting in our office the past weeks, and yeah, this one, oh yeah, but if we take this one, you have to drop this one. So there are some very difficult decisions, but yeah, that is also part of my job to do it, and I hope I choose the right ones.
Well, we all hope so, Coach.
Absolutely.
There is no wrong ones, though. I can tell you that. With this group of boys, there is no wrong one. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Coach Hugo Bruce will be giving us the squad. He'll be listing all 26 players that are going to be joining him in the Americas as we once again do what we've done. Started in '98. We carry on with that, but this time with the hopes of going a little bit further. And we're also going to be calling and asking for the Honorable President, His Excellency, to come on and assist us in that regard.
All right, we'll see you back after the break. All of us, all in Galfela. 26 players revealed after this.
Face off against South Korea. All grueling encounters, but there's one thing about this Bafana Bafana team. They can come to the field and, of course, showcase what they are all about. A lot is expected from them, but again, it's all up to the 26 players that will be announced in just a moment. Well, the time is now. The different nations have been able to announce their squad, and now we are waiting for South Africa to, of course, give us the final 26 players that will go out there and, of course, to represent the country. Opening fixtures, and, of course, you can enjoy all of them live on your World of Champions. The United States, of course, one of the co-hosts in terms of this particular World Cup, they will be facing off up against the Paraguay, and then you have Haiti up against Scotland. So it is fixtures galore on your World of Champions. This is the global spectacle that everyone has been waiting for. And of course, we head back to the nation's capital to hear more about the announcement.
To watch. We are the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup. SABC Sport and the SABC will be with you alongside the journey.
And of course, not forgetting the SABC radio stations bringing you every single game in your language of choice. And we actually get it started off for this Friday when we see Bafana Bafana in that send-off game against Nicaragua. That one will also be live on the SABC. But ladies and gentlemen, we've kept you in anticipation for long enough. The moment that we've all been waiting for, Africa Dzonga. Sosvita Gombela Kore, the Honorable President of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Please step up onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can ask you to stand as our first citizen makes his way to the stage.
Moments from now, they'll be walking through that door, and of course, announced by the coach, Hugo Bruce, 26 of the players that will be representing you and I, South Africa, the African continent, going to the World Cup. Coach Hugo Bruce will do the announcement, and of course, the acknowledgement of the players by His Excellency, the President, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have a seat. And the moment we've all been waiting for, Coach Hugo Bruce, we're handing over to you to reveal the 26 players that will be going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup to represent South Africa.
Okay, thank you, President. I'm very excited. I think you also.
Yes.
I know the names.
You know,
I know them.
Names. I don't know them.
I will tell you.
I'm in anticipation.
Okay. These are the names of the 26 players who will go to the World Cup 2026 in Mexico, USA, and Canada. Ronwen Williams.
Ronwen Williams. Hayden is his middle name, born on the 21st of January 1992, captain of this team and a recent winner at the Champions League in Morocco. He has been named and will be coming in to, of course, see Coach Hugo Bruce, shake the hand and be welcomed by the President. Ronwen Williams leads through discipline, professionalism and consistency rather than theatrics. Coaches frequently praise him for his work ethic and ability to organize. Williams is widely respected for breaking barriers as a goalkeeper. He's from Port Elizabeth, Quebec, inspiring many South Africans, where he now even has a huge charity drive.
I appreciate it. Thank you for this.
Wonderful. You're doing a good job.
Oh,
I know that.
Thank you.
I know that.
Ricardo Goss.
Developed through the Bidvest Witzer system, featured in top-flight South African football consistently, Ricardo Goss is a technically gifted South African goalkeeper known for his calmness, positioning and reliability between the posts. He developed a reputation as one of the country's promising modern goalkeepers during his time at Bidvest Witzer before moving to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sifo Chain.
Sifo Chain, Orlando Pirates, a goalkeeper born on the 14th of December 1996, a young man who took the goalkeeper of the season in the Betway Premiership last season and has dominated his position in Orlando Pirates, moving now into the Bafana Bafana squad, where he has made a number of appearances under coach Hugo Bruce and where he officially got his first cap.
Every team has... You don't have to. Those were the goalkeepers, now defenders. Kuliso Mudau. There's our goalkeepers. Now we are the defenders.
Known as Sailor Kuliso Mudau, born on the 26th of April in 1995, also a winner of the Champions League in Morocco just this past weekend. He is going to be representing Bafana Bafana at the World Cup. His journey from lower profile clubs to becoming a regular for both Sundowns and Bafana Bafana are frequently cited as an example of perseverance and South African football development. Sailor Mudau, easily regarded as one of the best right backs in the world, or certainly in Africa.
Nkosinathi Sibisi, born on the 22nd of September 1995, has earned more senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become part of the national team's experienced defensive pool. Sibisi established himself in the PSL through consistent performances at Golden Arrows, where his composure and leadership qualities stood out. His performances eventually earned him a move to Orlando Pirates, where they've just lifted a treble.
Ime Okon.
Ntwanela 2004, 20th of February is when he graced this world, the centre-back that plays for Hannover 96 in Germany. Ime Okon is going to be going with Bafana Bafana to the World Cup. Ime Okon, of course, made a big splash out of Supersport United before moving on. Many said this is the future of South African football, and he's proved exactly that.
Kulumani and Damane.
Kulumane Ndamane, a young man born on the 14th of October in 2003, plays out in the centre-back position. Recently made a move from TS Galaxy, joining Mamelodi Sundowns, a club recently named as the Kings of the African continent. A young man that has also started to cement himself in the Bafana Bafana national team.
Aubrey Modiba.
Mwape Aubrey Modiba, a South African player born on the 22nd of July in 1995, South African national soccer team, and has become one of the national's most versatile players in recent years.
Samukelo Kabini.
Samukelo Kabini, one of the most promising young defenders to emerge from South African football in recent years, a modern left-sided defender with composure, athleticism and tactical intelligence. Kabini has rapidly risen from development football to European competition and the senior South African national team.
Tabang Matuludi.
Tabang Matuludi, 14th of January 1999, a right-back defender who's out at Polokwane City. He is known as the next big thing, many seeing great hope in this young man.
Olwetu Makanya.
Olwetu Mpilwentle Makanya rose to the youth structures of Stellenbosch FC, where he quickly became one of the club's standout academy graduates. He made his senior breakthrough during the 2022-23 season and impressed with his calmness on the ball and ability to read the game. Despite his young age, he regularly played against experienced PSL forwards and looked comfortable in pressure.
Kamogelo Sebelebele.
Known as Mike Kamohelo Sebelebele, Eyasethembisa Mambisa plays in as a winger and a right back. Developed through the TS Galaxy Academy system, where his technical ability and explosive quick stood out. Unlike many white players, he is pure flair and great to watch. The Orlando Pirates player will be going to the World Cup.
Bradley Cross.
Regarded as one of the more modern fullbacks in South African football, Cross is known for his composure on the ball, tactical intelligence and ability to contribute both defensively and in build-up play. Umdlalo Wamakhosi is going to the World Cup.
And last but not least, Mbekezeli Mbokazi.
Awuhluhluwe phakama ngenyawo nangumbekezela umfana ufikile Mpokazi iTLB susa abantwana endleleni.
Okay, midfielders, Tebogo Mokoena.
Tebogo Mrembula Mokoena has earned more than 50 senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become one of the team's most influential midfielders, emerging through the development structures of SuperSport United, where he quickly gained recognition for his maturity, passage range and leadership in the midfield.
Talente Mbata.
Njengegama lakhe, a talented central midfielder who plays his football out at Orlando Pirates. Boga nomela angalishaya ngene USA.
Pejelo Sitole.
Pepelo Yaya Stole, primarily operating as a holding midfielder, but can also function in box-to-box roles depending on tactical needs. Ball-winning player, tactical awareness, and putting pressure always in the midfield. He's earned more than 10 senior caps for South Africa.
Jaden Adams.
He left Stellenbosch as a boy, but goes to the World Cup as a groot man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Adams.
Last part, strikers. Oswin Apollis.
Asfinopolis rose through South African football with determination and consistent development rather than early hype. His breakthrough performances at Polokwane City established him as one of the PSL's most exciting attacking players.
Ikram Reiners.
From Cape Town, 19 December 1995, he saw the sun. Centre forward and winger. And we're talking about Ikram Reiners will be going to the USA. Ken Park, stand up. Ken Park United is where he cut his teeth before joining the Santos FC youth structures. And he too goes to the World Cup as an African champ.
Sepang Moremi.
His move to Orlando Pirates marked an important step in his career as he has transitioned into higher level competitive football with greater tactical demands and exposure, and he is a player that has built his reputation through consistent performances in South African football.
Relebohile Mofokeng.
Listen, I'd love to call him by his nickname, but you know where we are. So, okay, Yama 2000. Ladies and gentlemen, Relebohile Mofokeng is going to be there. I know Naomi. Listen, Chaba. Pao Sherile. Listen, Chaba. So Sherile Mfanaval.
Evidence Magopa.
Mwana says he rose through the development structures at Baroka FC before breaking into senior football in 2020. His pace, aerial ability and pressing intensity quickly made him one of the most promising young strikers in the PSL, and in 2022 he secured his move to the Buccaneers.
Temba Zwane.
bathi Themba Zwane mshishishi kabhala bakhala ngaye eMorocco bakhala ngaye Egypt bakhala ngayo yonke indawo eyasemambisa madoda nangu shikabhala nangu makhekhe.
Lal Foster.
Lyle Brent Foster is regarded as one of South Africa's leading modern forwards and amongst the country's most successful exports to European football. He first gained attention as a teenager at Orlando Pirates before securing a move to AS Monaco FC in Europe.
And number 26, Tapelo Maseko.
Tapelo Maseko joins us as well, of course. A Mamelodi Sundowns player that is currently on loan will be part of this team. Tapelo Maseko is out at AEL Limassol on loan from Sundowns, a winger and a forward, a very tricky and technical player. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Just please hear it. A big round of applause for the players that sit on that stage. Acknowledged, called on by Coach Hugo Bruce. And if I can please ask the coach as well as the president to stay on stage and ask the SAPS to please come in so we can do the flag handover.
Can we please ask the SAPS to join us on the stage for the handover of the flag?
They're on their way, will be coming through. The handover between Captain Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency, the President of South Africa, will be happening on stage. And Ronwen Williams is going to be the man that will be joining the President as we wait for the SAPS to come in and hand over the flag.
Mr. President, on behalf of the team, thank you for the invitation, for the send-off, for the support. This is just a small token from us that you can hang in your office and we'll come back and celebrate with you.
Thank you.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we could do better than that. This is it. This is the squad, the national team that will be representing us. Thank you so much to Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency. Thank you so much to every single. Do remember that when you see these 26 players that are here, there are players, of course, that have been left out of this, and we will be acknowledging them in just a few. But before we go, as it is protocol here in South Africa, Rarato Rentwentle Rekwalega Tapelo, and that prayer that binds us all is the national anthem.
National salute! Salute!
United by hope, driven by pride. The 26-man squad has been selected to go to the FIFA World Cup and represent South Africa. Ronwen Williams given the South African flag to go and hoist very high when they get to their destination. All the games will be live on your World of Champions because everything can wait. The big announcement was made. We waited with a bated breath to find out about the 26 players that have been selected to go and represent South Africa. That is the team that has been trusted with the task of making sure